Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. We're starting off the second half of 1323. In the first half, we had 4 birthdays with not a single death, and Adriana started getting close to a certain gentleman. We missed Daisy giving birth to twins, and so today we are starting off in the Pasquier household to do the birth rolls and also to do Daisy's young adult role. So it is a dangerous day for our dear Daisy here. She gave birth to a boy and a girl. We've got Eva and Christopher, which are good names, so I'm going to leave that. We are going to start off with doing the birth rolls. Right now, she is holding baby Eva, or Eva. We're going to start with Daisy's labor roll. And she's fine. And now for baby Eva. She survives, and does she make it through the infant stage? She does not make it past the infant stage. Okay, and now for her second birth, Daisy is fine. Does baby Christopher survive? He does. And does he survive infancy? He does. Okay, so we're going to have to say goodbye to baby Eva, but baby Christopher survives. And let's now do Daisy's young adult role. She needs to avoid a 2 and a 6. And she is fine. All right, so it's not too much of a bad start. We've got quite a few roles that were survived, so it's not all bad. Should I have her plead for baby Eva? Because technically she would make it to the infant stage and then pass away at the infant stage. So we could maybe... Oh, hang on. I'll get to you in a minute. We could have her age up into an infant and then plead for the infant. You know what? I think I will. So Daisy technically gave birth yesterday, so these kids are supposed to age up to infants anyway. So baby Eva would have been Sunny. And... oh, Eva had the red hair from her dad. And Christopher is sensitive. And he also has red hair. And he has a bow in his hair for some reason. So we are going to have to say... Miriam, what are you doing here? She's at the bar pretty often. You have issues, ma'am? I should probably lock this door. So, unfortunately, we are going to have to say goodbye to baby Eva. I am going to do this through MCC, and then if Grim comes, I am going to try to plead for her. Aww. You're gonna have to put baby down. She doesn't have enough room to pass away. Oop! And there we go. Okay, well, Grim did not come, so I'll take it as fate that baby Eva had to pass away and there was no way to save her. I think I'm actually gonna go and use the wheel to see how she died. Okay, so I rolled and she got collapsed lung, so maybe she wasn't quite as strong as her twin brother and she passed away shortly after birth. So that's quite sad for Daisy and Noah. Although they don't seem to have realized it. Yes, she does. But being well balanced is much more important. Okay, well that is sad. How is Gabriella feeling about it? She's currently feeling confident because since we're here, what I thought I would do is actually have Corey come over and... wait. What? Who's flirting? Who did she flirt with? First ever woohoo partner. Yeah, great. Okay, well there was some flirtation going on here, but I did not see who flirted with who. But yeah, so be blown a kiss. Of course. So she's even open to it. Like, you've got a soulmate now. Since we're here, what I thought I would do is invite Corey over and deepen their relationship a bit, see if maybe he might propose to her and get things moving to eventually get these guys married, because I can hear the woohoo music. It's okay, it's a self woohoo. No harm, no foul. So I was thinking I might invite Corey over and get these guys engaged. because we do have enough money in our main household now to pay for the wedding. Oh, we've got a bunch of Sims hanging out in the rain over here. You! This is Father Level Goodwell. Level? And this is originally the Sim that I wanted Gabriella to have a romance with, because I thought she might appreciate an older, gentle gentleman. But apparently, Corey the Pickpocket is more her type. Oh, and we've got Adriana's man over here. You better not go and woohoo with the innkeeper. All right, let's come and talk with Corey. Since when do we have a cat? Cole. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have Gabriella come and hug Corey over here. Oh, poor Noah. Sad about losing one of his babies. They immediately went in for an embrace. That's cute. Being kissed. Oh, you guys shouldn't do that in public. Like, I don't even need to do anything. They're just... Do you mind? Should they have their first kiss? Why not? Maybe just not in front of all of these people. What? Compliment appearance? No! No, Gabriella! You're with Corey. Why would you compliment the innkeeper on his appearance? That is not appropriate. Come on up here. We're gonna bring Corey to your room over here, and hopefully no one is going to bother you. But since when do we have a dog too? Noodle? Lucan. He's always at the bar too. And that's kind of awkward. We've got these two finally alone and having their first kiss. Aww. But did he just propositioned her. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. These two are soulmates and they're gonna be getting married soon-ish anyways, so I might as well let them go. And while those two are at it, I might need to get Daisy out of there just in case this conversation becomes dangerous. Should I have her try for a baby with Noah? No. They're still grieving their baby that they just lost, so I'm gonna give them... Oh, Noah. I'm gonna leave them some time before they try for another baby. They need to recover. Okay, so Gabriella is done being naughty with Corey, and I am not going to take a pregnancy test just yet because I don't want to get them married today. I'm gonna go and check out our other side households to do the birthdays first, and we'll come back hopefully before the end of the year to get them married, and of course hopefully before any potential pregnancies start showing. And you're not... No, okay, he's not flirting. I've got my eye on you, Grayson. Alright, so we're about done here, and we are going to move on to the Verviers family since we are currently in Henford. Here we are at the Verviers Manor. It has been a while since we last saw these guys, so in case anyone has forgotten, this here is Lucan. He was the husband of our deceased Gemma, who is an aunt of Braden's. And he currently lives with his servants. There is Miriam here, who we saw was asked out on a date by a priest. And we have Gamal, her brother here, who is also a servant, and he is married to Sophronia. And they have a young daughter, Serafina, who is, of course, chilling on the floor. The two children that we have in this household who are part of our family are little baby Ghyslain here that Gemma died giving birth to. And we have Auguste, who is over here, whose parentage we aren't quite sure of. So his father might be Amos, Gemma's second husband, or it might actually be Lucan, with who she had an affair while still married to Sir Amos. So this year, we actually have two birthdays. Both of these kiddos are due to age up. So Auguste is going to be aging up into a teen, and Ghyslain is going to be aging up into a child. We may as well do the roles right away. Hopefully they're going to be okay because Gemma was in fact my favorite sim ever, and I really hope that her children are going to survive the challenge. I'd like to see her line eventually maybe merge back into our main line. To become a teen, the only number he needs to avoid is a 7. No. No. How can this family be so unlucky? She lost all of her children except Ghyslain. What were the chances? Oh man. Okay, before I do anything, I'm gonna go and roll for Ghyslain as well. So to age up into a child, Ghyslain needs to avoid a 9 and a 19. A second 7. It was just fated. No matter the order in which we would have done those rolls, Auguste was fated to die. I can't believe it. Okay, so I'm gonna age Ghyslain up first. We're gonna take a look at what his trait is going to be. All right, so he used to be imaginative. He is now likable, a loner, and a fairy tale fanatic. Okay, I kind of like this for him. I can see him being a loner. You know, he was raised alone with his father. He probably doesn't really remember his mom at all. And him being a fairy tale fanatic sounds kind of perfect because he comes from a family of knights and he might have been raised on, you know, stories of knights and kings and courtly love. I am going to give him I'll say multi-skill, mind and body, I think is the best for him. All right, so I am going to go and give him a makeover in a moment. First, who's this? Sinestra. Right, okay, so this is his cousin who lives in Willow Creek. So this is Tobias's son, and this is a random name. It's a random French medieval name that I found. I have no idea how to pronounce this. I do speak French, but this just sounds like sinister to me. But whatever, maybe he's going to grow up with the evil trait. All right, so Ghyslain is now aged up, and I am also going to age up Auguste just so that we can see what he would have looked like. And then we are going to have to kill this poor kid off, and hopefully his brother might be able to save him. So he was perky, which is always happy, maybe a little too much, and heroic. He was also, you know, his father died, murdered during the famine, and so I imagined him as wanting to be very protective of other people and try to be a bit of a hero. Detached. Delayed emotional responses to extreme emotions. This totally sounds like a kid who was traumatized by his parents passing away several times because Gemma actually died twice. A home chef. Oh, okay, that's cute. Let's keep it. So he's a teen. I'm going to go with a teen aspiration. I think he would probably be an overachiever. So we're going to go with goal-oriented. And yeah, well, oh, he's even got a little scar there, probably from playing outside. With a makeover, he probably would have been pretty cute. Okay, so I wish I could get Ghyslain confident somehow, but since we don't have any mirrors, I'm not really sure how to get a kid confident. I don't know if I could have him. He wants to make a new friend, fulfill an aspirational goal. He wants to become confident. G. Have effort praised, catch a fish, complete homework, or win a game. Have effort praised. Is this something Lucan can do? Oh, Lucan is mourning Julien, who he thought was his son, but actually turned out to be his brother. I wonder if it's going to be the same thing for Auguste. All this time I've been going with the assumption that Auguste is actually Lucan's son, and then we're going to discover that he isn't. So I have no idea how to praise his efforts, so I'm just going to do a bunch of random positive interactions and hope it helps. Oh, he's happy. Great. Well, I tried. Of course, Auguste is excuse me? Mess around in bush with Miriam? Oh, you just aged up. You're 12 years old. I'm sorry, but no. You're 13 years old. It's not appropriate. Okay, so Auguste, I'm very sad about this, but you're gonna have to go. And we're going to pray that somebody is going to be able to save you. I might as well spin a wheel to see what killed this poor kid. Okay, he died from dysentery. So that is an infection in your intestines that causes bloody diarrhea. It can be caused by a parasite or bacteria. That is a wonderful way to die. I am going to have him die of overexertion, going to the bathroom. This poor family. Can you imagine how protective Lucan is going to be of Ghyslain now that all of Gemma's children have passed away except Ghyslain? Like, this is even more reason to give Ghyslain immunity. He hasn't failed a single roll yet, but if he does, I'm still hesitating between, like, 3 free passes or... No, don't go witness the death. Please don't. Lost another sibling. This poor kid. He probably doesn't even remember any of his siblings. Oh, there's Death. He's chilling around next to the barn. Oh, Lucan. Well, at least he made a new good friend. Lost another sibling. So, Auguste was Amos's son. So all of Gemma's children, while she was married to Amos, were actually Amos's sons. She had an affair with both Lucan and his brother Tobias, and yet all of her children were actually her husbands. That's kind of surprising. Okay, let's have Ghyslain come and plead. He's feeling happy. I don't know if that helps at all. Come on, kiddo. Thank goodness. You literally just saved my life. Words can't even begin to describe how grateful I am. Amazing. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you, Grim. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we've got 2 of Gemma's children who have survived. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I am gonna go into Cass and give these 2 a makeover, and I am definitely going to save first. He wants to be friendly with Gamal, and he wants to volunteer with Fountain. Okay, I thought there was something romantic that was gonna pop up here. But I do find it kind of interesting that the first thing he did when he grew up was try to woohoo with Miriam. So maybe there's going to be a bit of drama. You know, she's... like, maybe he has a crush on her or something. I don't know. It's kind of strange because she raised him basically from the time he was a baby. I don't know. Maybe some sort of misplay. Oh, it's Caitlin. Okay, I hope she's not here to flirt. All right, so here is our dear Auguste after his makeover. He looks a lot like Gemma. He does have his father's a larger nose, but apart from that, he has the same skin tone and I think general features as Gemma had. And I did give him a little mole here because his mom Gemma did have a few moles, and I thought that was just a nice reminder of his mom, who I miss dearly. Over here, we've got our young Ghyslain, who is looking quite a bit like his father Lucan. The only thing I think he got from his mom is maybe the darker eyes. So... it was dangerous, but both of them survived. So I am looking forward to seeing what they get up to. And oh, thank you. That's great. Hang on, I was gonna get Lucan to clean it up. No, we're gonna get the servant to do that. Yeah, so now that Ghyslain saved Auguste's life, I think these 2 are probably gonna get a lot closer. Auguste just became good friends with Ghyslain. Yeah, that fits. Oh, I like that he just walked off. I'm gonna have Sophronia make some food for everybody. We are going to celebrate the successful birthdays. Lucan is still over here mourning. Like, I swear, the only thing he ever does when I'm in this household is cry over the tombstones over here. Specifically Julien's. I think he's going to spend the rest of his life believing that Julien was his son and not his brother. Oh. What a beautiful low-res swan. So Auguste is here chilling out with Sophronia. He seems to have a thing for servants. Looks like Sophronia just befriended a rascal. Really? Auguste is a rascal? How's he a rascal though? Doesn't he have good traits? Yeah, he's heroic and perky. And a home chef. Oh, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Maybe he spent a lot of his childhood with Miriam, and Miriam brought him into the kitchen with her, and maybe he ended up with an interest for cooking, which is a weird hobby for a knight nobleman, but why not? Tobias, congrats on your recent birthday. So Tobias is still living in Willow Creek and has not had news from his father or his brother in years. I think Miriam, now that she's getting closer to a priest, may actually ask the priest to write to Tobias and perhaps let him know that his father has passed away and his brother Lucan has taken over the manor. It's kind of cute to see Auguste having dinner with all of the servants. He wants to be like a protector of people, and I think servants fit into that. Now that he's a teen, we're going to be able to start looking at some potential love interests for him. He's still only 12 though, so I'm not in a rush, but I will be taking a look at the gallery to... Okay, it's these two who are flirting. I'm going to take a look at the gallery to maybe find a cute little noble lady that he could eventually marry. Recount near-death experience. I was on the brink of death, and then my brother, he came and spoke to Grimm. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, but I heard my brother's voice and I just had to come back. Alright, so all of these guys are settled, everyone is alive. We are going to head on to the next side household that has a birthday, and that would be the Baker orphans over in Tartosa. Alright, here we are in Tartosa, and it looks like the madame here is teaching Endrio how to read and write, which is kind of cute. I got a mod to be able to have a lot challenge that limits visitors to only being men, but it's not working. So I'm gonna open our live-in bar here, but women are going to be visiting as well. I mean, why not? Okay, so today is Endrio's birthday, so while he is here bettering himself, learning how to read and write in his PJs, we are going to do his death roll. Same as with Auguste, he needs to avoid a 7. 2. And he's fine. He's perfectly fine. Alright, let's get this kiddo aged up and see what traits he's going to get. He's chatting in a kid's chat room. I'd like to think that he's made some friends and he might be writing to them as practice, you know? What's Lucia up to? She's chatting with clients. That's fine. Alright, so he was a kleptomaniac, optimistic, and creepy, and he is now gentle? A gentle kleptomaniac creep. Well, okay. I don't really see anything wrong with that. Does he want to live fast? That was sort of how he lived as a kid, that's for sure. Or does he want to be a drama llama? No, I think we're going to stay with a live fast sort of lifestyle. He is a kleptomaniac. Oh, that hair, that's unfortunate. He's got even more scars. He's not bad looking though. Let's take him into cast and see what we can do with him. Oh man, he aged up with like blush and lipstick or something? That's, yeah, he certainly does look a little creepy. I'll give him that much. Oh geez, okay, so he aged up with a bunch of scars on his body as well. I mean, why not? He had a bit of a difficult life before making it to Tartosa, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna see what I can do about the rest of his face. I do want him to keep looking a bit creepy, so let's see what I can come up with. Okay, so here is our boy Endrio, who I didn't really manage to make creepy because he's just sort of good looking. And that's it. I gave him his old hair back so that we keep recognizing him, is something I tend to do with all of my Sims. And yeah, I should really take before pictures so that I have a reference. And geez, he is ripped. Although not that much according to these sliders, must be the outfit. So yeah, so this is our little kiddo Endrio. I previously rolled for him when he was orphaned to have an idea of where I would send him. And he actually did roll to get married and have 10 children. So I don't know who is going to marry this creep, but the poor, poor woman. Here we are, our little creepster Endrio, and all of our birthdays for this year are done. So we got 2 deaths, one who got pleaded for and survived. And ma'am, you are not period appropriate. You are going to have to be deleted from this world. Goodbye. Alright, so he's feeling energized from being creepy, and he loves fitness, and he is optimistic. So I think Endrio is just generally a really happy guy, and maybe he's just so happy that he kind of comes across as being pretty weird. You probably shouldn't be here in front of guests in your underwear. There we go. Okay, so we've got a bit of flirtation going on here, which is great for a brothel. Oh, we have a gentleman, but he's not dressed appropriately. Why? You know what? I am just going to copy Endrio's outfit, and I am going to paste it onto this guy. There you go. So everyone in Tartosa is going to be following the Endrio fashion if they show up to the brothel with the wrong clothing. In love with someone's partner. These Sims enjoy flirting with someone's partner from being a homewrecker. Uh-oh. Hey, where are you going? Oh, so is she not single? That might be my bad. There, I'm gonna ask if they're single. I don't have the latest update yet. I'm still waiting because I'm a little bit stressed out. Okay, he is single. That's great. She is single. So I don't have the latest update. I'm also still hesitating on whether or not I should buy the latest expansion pack. I don't know if you guys have you guys bought the latest expansion? I'm still kind of on the fence. You know what? I think I'm gonna have Lucia come and try a little flirt. Like, I know she's still only 13. No, she's 14 by now, but I think she's going to just see, does she have any chance of maybe being popular with the guys, you know? Maybe she's going to try and show the madame that she could be one of her potential employees, you know? Be propositioned? She likes physical intimacy. Well, she is hedonistic. I think she was propositioned by the madame, but it... Wow, she's got like almost a full romance bar. Maybe she was going to take her for a practice run? Teach her how to do things? She wants to have her first kiss with Helene. I don't know, maybe she does want to get some practice in and be trained in the ways of love. Oh, yeah, I should probably give all of them the polyamorous trait though. Which apparently I can't do with Wonderful Whims? Is that possible? I was also thinking about switching to Wicked Whims now that the Love Struck expansion is out. If I do get it, I'm not gonna need the attractiveness features as much. And one thing that I did like about Wicked Whims is that you can customize woohoo autonomy a bit more than just, you know, with MCC, I've got extreme woohoo on or off and that's it. I do think it might be better if I had Wicked Whims, then I could customize it a little bit more and have it be a little less wonky, at least I hope. So I might actually leave these guys here just so that they don't all get into fights over each other because they're all in love with each other. And if I do switch over to Wicked Whims, I'm going to give all of these guys the polyamorous trait. Oh, she is not having a good impression of Angelique over here. Angelique is meant to be a sort of cold-blooded, manipulative, I don't want to say the B word, but let's just say she's not the nicest gal. She's calculating and she's probably waiting for an opportunity to meet a nobleman here at the brothel so that she can put this life behind her. Okay, so before anything gets violent, I am gonna head on back to our main household. I lied. I am back with the Pasquiers, and the reason... is she thinking about children? Is she pregnant? That could be a bit of a problem. Oh god, this place is filthy. I'm sorry, you poor, poor animals, but I have too many households to take care of. I cannot take care of everybody's animals. So, the reason I am back with the Pasquier family is because I want to spend a bit more time with Gabriella. What I was thinking I might do is Corey, before things get too serious with her and before he proposes marriage or anything, he probably wants to be completely honest with her and he is going to want her to meet his, we'll say, adoptive family or his found family. So he's been living with criminals all this time and he probably does not want to hide this from her. So I'm going to have these guys go to bed. I'll take care of the house a little, and in the morning, I am going to send her to go visit Corey's home. I guess he probably came over to her and said, you know, before we go any further in our relationship, I just want to be 100% honest with you, and I want you to see where I'm from and how I've been living these past few years. And if you want nothing to do with me anymore, I will completely understand. And this probably has her, I was going to say worried, but she is kind of, you know, I think she's pretty open to anything, and I don't think she's going to be too upset to see that he may be a criminal. You know, she might think, well, you know, you're trying to make yourself better, and together we can go and live an honest life together. I don't care what your past has been. So this is what I expect her to say. We're going to see what happens once she actually meets the rest of the family, but I don't like you being in his bedroom, Miriam. So yeah, so that is my plan for tomorrow. So I'm going to send all of these guys to bed. And in the morning, we are going to go visit some outlaws. Oh gosh, we've got the urn of her child over here. Okay, so it is the next morning. I was getting Gabriella up to go and visit Corey, and the first thing she did is she threw up. So this could be a problem. Well, before she starts showing, we are going to head on over to the outlaw camp. Okay, so I have just loaded into the bandit camp and everybody is just chilling around, standing here. Now, it's still pretty early. I think Gabriella probably told everyone at the inn that she was going into town to do some errands today and she wouldn't be back until later. And so I am going to have her come and greet Corey first. Let's have them have a little hug. And Corey is going to try to introduce her, mess around in bush. The first thing, as soon as she gets here, she propositions him. You're already probably pregnant, girl. I mean, of all of my Sims, I think Gabriella would probably be the one who would be least stressed out about being pregnant. Like, she's probably going to believe... What is she doing? Gabriella probably figures that, you know, everything is gonna work out and everything's going to be just fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, great. The king is on a jog next to the outlaws. I'm thinking I might actually get rid of the royal family in my save game because I don't play them and I don't intend to. So I could probably use that lot for something else. Okay, so now that these two are finished messing around and she is definitely pregnant, I'm gonna have her come and introduce herself to the rest of... No, not a flirty introduction. She's gonna introduce herself to the rest of the family. Yeah, they also have a dog. I don't know if Corey's going to be the one who ends up with the dog, or maybe Harlan is gonna keep the dog. Wow, she's so excited to meet them. And she has a bad first impression of Lavender, which is legit because Lavender is a literal murderer. And she's just going to be nice to his family and ask, you know, how are you guys doing? Is it rough living out here in the woods? You guys must feel so free here in nature. You guys are always welcome to the inn. I would love to see you there. I hope we can all be friends. And I'm also going to have her come and introduce herself to our leader, Harlan, over here. Harlan is probably a little bit worried about Corey getting into this relationship so fast. Oh, well, he had a good first impression of Gabriella. So far, I think everybody likes her. Yeah, she thinks Lavender is weird. She thinks Harlan is rude. And at least Cassiel, everything is fine with her. So Cassiel is another teen. She's basically Harlan's adopted daughter. He found her out in the woods. She was abandoned. That's why she has so many scars. It's because she was abandoned in the woods by her parents during the famine. And she was attacked by wild animals. Flirt? No, Gabriella. No. Down, girl. I like that the local fisherman is just here chilling with the outlaws. Like, the fisherman's hut is right over there. So I guess she probably knows that they're living there, and maybe she even trades with them, you know? Since the famine, these guys probably don't have as many reasons to be stealing and killing, so maybe they're slowly trying to turn their lives around and want to settle down into honest lives. At least that's what I'm hoping for Harlan. You know, Harlan is getting a bit older. Maybe he wants to put this life of crime behind him, and maybe he's going to meet a young, spirited lady like Adriana, who could inspire him. I know Adriana is getting along really well with Grayson, but ever since it was suggested that Harlan and Adriana could get together, it has been on my mind. I can't get it out of my mind. I mean, look at this man. Just look at him. Okay, so where'd Corey go? What are you doing all the way over here? What? Tell me he's going fishing. Another sacrificial stone. He going fishing? No, he's just jogging. He's just jogging. Well, it's okay. At least Gabriella's getting to know his family. So she wants to ask Corey to be her boyfriend, and she wants to cloud gaze with him. That's very Gabriella. So I actually am going to do that. Aww. Here these two are cloud gazing. Maybe they're going to talk about plans for the future. You know, maybe she's going to tell him there's always a risk that I'm pregnant. You know, is that something that would bother you? I don't want to put any pressure on you. And he's probably going to be quite open to marriage. I think he's probably head over heels in love with her. And compliment woohoo technique. I'm gonna have her ask him to be her boyfriend. And you know what? I think she might actually not care about her pregnancy showing before they're married. And she might even get kicked out of the inn for that. Like, I bet Noah would try to defend her, but the Pasquiers are probably very worried about their reputation, you know? Since they do own an inn, they don't want people to think that it's some sort of brothel or something. And so they might end up kicking her out, and she might end up here in the woods with them until she and Corey find somewhere to go. Look at that fox going wild in the back. It's like he's trying to play with the dog, and the dog's just like, leave me alone, bro. I'm gonna have her talk about marriage. She wants to get engaged. Okay, I'm just following what she wants to do, and she wants to propose. Oh yeah, she's thinking about babies. I think she knows. You go, girl. I think this is the first time that we have a female sim proposing to a male sim in the series. There we go. Oh, that's not true. I think Stephanie proposed. Oh, yeah, he's like, okay, let's get married and now let's party. And it bugged out. Elope immediately. I don't know. I don't know. Would Gabriella be the type to elope, or wouldn't she? I think she would definitely be the type to have a very small wedding out in the woods, out in nature, without many people present. But would she do it without really inviting her family? She might. I think she's just so in love with him that she might decide to marry him immediately. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Should I do a wedding event, or should I just get these guys hitched secretly and have her come out and live in the woods with him, at least until they find a more permanent living space? I did love an idea that was in the comments. This was suggested by Jacqueline Olsen, that maybe the outlaws have a small cottage in the woods that was abandoned years ago, and they just sort of hide out there every now and then. And maybe Corey and Gabriella are going to go move in there, and they're gonna have to fix everything up, which I think would be very much her type. And Corey, you know, he hasn't really had a stable living solution in years, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind that as well. And then we could have the outlaws sort of visit them every now and then and see how they're getting on, you know? Are they really going... They're going off to woohoo? You guys, they can't keep their hands off each other. Alright, so everything is going great for them. I'm just not sure when I'm going to get these guys married, so let me know what you guys think. Should I just do a quiet little secret wedding in the woods, or should we have an event with our family? I'm not sure how Brayden would feel about her being pregnant before getting married. He might not want to host a wedding at the farm because of that, you know? He probably thinks it's quite shameful, especially after what happened with Frederick and Eleonora. And what's happening over there? Oh, she's taking a shower. Yeah, I have a shower hidden in the bushes over there. This is our bandit camp, by the way, that I created very quickly. So we've got 2 tents for our 4 bandits, and then they're just sort of living rough. All right, so before these guys can get up to more woohoo, I am going to... Oh, I thought she was going to proposition him. I was like, you're into ladies, Lavender. All right, so I'm going to leave these guys here and I'm going to go back to our main household because it is almost the end of the day and our main household needs to have their daily woohoo to get another baby attempt going. Okay, here we are back at our main farm, and as I load in, Fatima is already feeling flirty, and they're right next to the bed, so we are going to get these two. Why is he very sad? Oh, because his niece passed away. Oh, well, he's still saying yes. With all his might, Romarin managed to pick up and grab onto something for the first time. Continue to play with toys to strengthen fine motor development. Where is Romarin? What are you doing over here? Where even is this? What? Isn't this the witch's house? What is he doing outside the witch's house? That's weird. Alright, I teleported him back home and get into a relationship. I just happened to click on Rosemary because I wanted her to take care of Romarin, and she has a want to get into a relationship, which is perfect because she has just... What is this? Can someone please explain this to me? Romantic interest? How? What? When? No. Just no. I refuse. Where's Hubert? What? Why did Hubert disappear from her relationship panel? Things were going so great. It's like the game replaced Hubert with Kaylin? What sort of a bug is that? Alright, here we go. The Sim Gods have summoned Hubert to the Barrow home, and I am going to have her redo their relationship because I don't know what happened. There we go. At least they're still extremely attracted to each other. So I'm going to have her flirt and I'm going to have her compliment appearance. And oh, those two aren't done yet. And why is it Romarin's icon? Who's there? I hate it. Okay, so I'm just going to have them have a few little flirts just to get the relationship back to where it was. And weren't they becoming friends too? That's so weird. It's like their relationship was culled or something. Okay, so Fatima is done with the little woohoo. I am going to send her to take a pregnancy test. Oh man, this is so awkward. Like, she's looking at her mother-in-law flirting with this dude. Awkward encounter. Yeah, I bet. She was just propositioned by Hubert. What happened? Everything was fine. Oh, Fatima's not pregnant. Everything was fine and under control in the last episode. People were flirting, nobody was woohooing suddenly, and then in this episode, it's just woohoo everywhere all the time. Okay, Miriam went on a date with the priest and everything went well. That's great. I'm gonna let Rosemary go. I mean, she's an adult now. There isn't much chance of her becoming pregnant. I am kind of worried about Fatima not becoming pregnant. I just think it's a bit strange that she's having this much trouble with it, you know? It's like one of my options must be off or something. Or maybe she's just not all that fertile. Okay, so I'm gonna have Brayden come and take care of his son over here. And Adriana wants to spread rumors about woohoo. So I think Kaylin is probably the closest brother that she has. She's gonna invite him over. I think just to, you know, talk to him about romance and tell him, you know, I had a great date with Grayson and, you know, we got up to a bit of mischief. Hey, no cat. That's a no. All right, here is Kaylin. I'm going to have Adriana come and talk to him. So I don't know where spread rumors about woohoo is. I'm assuming it's under mischief. Yeah, there we go. Spread rumors. Rosemary having a romance bar with Kaylin is just so strange to me. Get a pedicure, nice outdoor walk. Okay, so she wants to get into a relationship, so I'm gonna have to get her close enough to Hubert to at least have them be boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh, I can already do it. Let's do it. So they're probably not going to be committing to getting married or anything right away. She's probably just saying, you know, I like to spend time with you. Would you like us to keep spending time together? You know, do you want to court me officially? Okay, and they're just flirting. Yeah, she likes rotation. I think she does. Okay. So, where's Adriana at? Okay, so she spread rumors. She probably told Kaylin that she did the naughty with Grayson even if she didn't. And Kaylin, on the other hand, does not have anything to say. He did not manage to go on a date yet, but now that Gabriella is going to be settling down soon, Kaylin is going to be the next one that I'm going to be concentrating on. So I think I am going to have him go on a few dates, maybe be a bit naughty and date several girls at the same time. He is cold-blooded, and I think he wouldn't pay much mind to the girls' feelings, and it might just be a bit of fun, you know, getting him into trouble. I've been thinking about this a lot and wanted to ask if you'd like to live together? What? Oh, I kind of want to say yes, but I mean, it's the medieval era. It is not appropriate. I'm gonna say I don't think it's the right time. It's just unfortunate that they're going to get a bad sentiment, but I can cheat that away. Alright, so it's almost the end of the day. I'm having everybody finish up their chores. Oh great, what is Mr. Wiggles obsessed with? Oh, he's still sick. I do not want to take him to the vet. There must be a way to cheat it away. I just didn't find it yet. That was so weird. I just saw that Brayden had a whim to be friendly with Lavender. It said it was from being near a friendly relationship, which I'm not sure she's a friendly relationship. But he also wants to tuck in Romarin, and it is 7 p.m. So I think that's what we're going to do. He is going to come and get his little baby, and he's going to put our dear little Romarin to sleep. It is the end of the day and also the end of the year, so I'm going to be leaving this part here. I am really happy about our rolls this year. Out of 8 birthdays, we only lost Auguste, but he was saved by his little brother Ghyslain. So that is not a single death out of 8 birthday rolls. Daisy did lose one of her twins, but with all the rolls that we had to do, it could have been a lot worse, so I'll take it. Next year, we have Romarin's toddler birthday, which is very stressful because Fatima still has not managed to get pregnant again. I got a comment in the last episode from J&J Plus for More who said that they allow 3 woohoos per day, which makes sense because if you consider that each in-game day is 3 months, 3 woohoos means they get 1 chance per month. So I'm considering maybe switching to this as a rule. They don't need to do all 3 woohoos every day, but it would just give me a little more freedom and a little bit more hope. But let me know if you guys think that might be a little too cheaty. I mean, it has only been just over a year since she had Romarin, so they don't need to have all of their kids back to back. And their next adult birthday is in 10 years. But Romarin's generation is going to be the shittiest generation yet, since they're the ones who are going to have to live through the start of the 100 Years' War and the Black Plague. So I really want them to have a few spares. Apart from Romarin's birthday, I think I'll also get Gabriella and Corey married in the next episode. So let me know if you guys think they would be more likely to elope on their own, or if they should have a private little wedding with some family and friends out in the woods. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.